So let's have a look at natural gas, the Widowmaker, as is the title of this video. And go have a look at the last video in which I said we'll be buying natural gas. Now, we got in at $3.43, kind of just above this line. In fact, what's quite interesting about the entry price was it's kind of right at the bottom, this support level. Let's just move the line up there. It's right at support. As you can see, the reason we got him because it was at support, amongst other reasons. And that's always a problem because when you buy at support, that support, and it drops through there, which it had, that support then acts as resistance. And, well, that's potentially what it was until Sunday evening when the markets gapped, as they have done, as you can see on the chart. And what happened was, we'll have a look at the 4-hour chart shortly. The market opened quite a lot higher. We closed at $3.12 and we opened at $3.40. That's quite a big difference. That's 30 cents over $3. That's a 10% gap up, which is rather big. And what's nice about it is that it actually gapped up to above that previous support, or just at least on that previous support, which happens to be our entry price, and gapped up to that level and held above there. Now it's a couple of hours in during early trading, and we've now risen above that previous support, which then became resistance because we'd broken down through it, became support, that support became resistance. We then gapped up onto that area more or less, and that level is now support again because we've closed on an hourly basis, we've closed above it. On a daily basis, we have not. We've still got the gap below us, which might need to be refilled. Let's have a look at this on an hourly chart, perhaps. And there you can see it. So actually, there's the big gap. That's the 10% gap up. We didn't actually close. The price actually opened right on that line, on that $3.43 line. And then hovered beneath it. So this is a number of hours, maybe 8 hours, hovered beneath it for a while, broke up through it, closed above it a couple of times, broke back down, closed beneath it, broke back up, closed above it. And now we're just moving higher again on the hourly chart. And we're just testing the previous highs of these attempts to move higher, which is all pretty good news if you're long natural gas at $3.43, which is what I am. And now we're at $3.47. So that's another 4 cents. Not a lot, but it's moving in the right direction. So that's natural gas. We've got the 200-hour moving average just ahead of us, and we've got more traffic up above now that we're trying to at least, and today's close will be really important. If we can clear this high, this little resistance level here that we're at right now, which is also forming a short-term resistance in the current times, if we can close up above that level, this one here, perhaps I can just clone this line very quickly and draw another green line. So that line there, which is where we're busy testing, and you can see why it's an important level on an intraday basis at least. It's a previous resistance there, and it's been resistance for the last number of hours, and it was support there and everything. So this area between the two green lines, really important for natural gas. If we switch across a 4-hour chart, it gives you a little bit more of an external perspective, I suppose, and you can see where we are. On the 4-hour, we've got the 50-period moving average, simple moving average just ahead of us. Then we've got the 100 at about $3.80 or so. Our target eventually is $4.70 and perhaps even a little higher. I'd like to see natural gas move up to $4.70, but that might take some time, and we may not be out of the woods right now. We've got a gap to worry about beneath us. We've got resistance, very short-term resistance just above us. That's natural gas. That's the Widowmaker. So far, so good. We'll have to wait and see how this week progresses as far as this little trade goes. Not so little. Take care.